Hey everyone, Yōkai here, back for the third episode of My Dress Up Darling. And last episode, what do I even say about last episode? Like, episode 1 did a decent enough job of getting me on board, wanting to watch more of the show, and episode 2 just kind of like hit the ball out of the park, so to speak, because we had our girl Kitagawa Marin really just lay out in detail just how much of a quality game Slippery Girls is, or more specifically Slippery Girls 2. I think that was more of the focus. But yeah, she's there explaining all of his glory, and we have our normie protagonist who's barely even heard of Arrogant at all. And he's like, she's just messing with me. There's no way these kind of degenerate games could possibly exist. And then he sees the serious look in her face and realizes, no, this girl is completely serious. But another great part about that is just the fact that he kind of had a line like, I didn't think girls were into this sort of thing, which is perfect because that very much mirrors his experience of, boys not supposed to be liking dolls and stuff like that. He's like, well, girls aren't supposed to be liking these lewd games, but she clearly does, despite being a girl. So, yeah, once he kind of got that established, because all he has to do is remember his own experience to realize how silly of a comment that was. Especially because some are literally specifically targeting a female demographic. Like, they're called otoge, whatever. So something like that. Or BL games as well. I think some of them also target that female audience. But anyway, because that was already a pretty great section of the episode. And then we had the whole measuring scene, because she recruited Wakana. I've been calling them by their family name. I'm going to try to call them by their given name going forward. Wakana, he was going to make her the outfit, but he needed to, study the outfit, needed to take her measurements, needed to do all this stuff. And that's basically what the episode was focused on, the prep to get the outfit done. And, he also had, a really intensive study session at the end of the episode, because she actually lent him Slippery Girls 1 and 2, which he took home and, very intently studied, and the grandpa walked in on him, and he's like, well, I mean, he's a young man. It's not too unusual for him to want to play this sort of thing. But what really surprised him was just how serious he was doing it, taking notes on his Arrogant plane, which, depending on the Arrogant you're playing, that makes sense, if you're playing one of those ones that require, a flowchart on the decision-making and stuff like that. Slippery Girls 2 is probably not that, but, we know the real reasons why he had to take notes. Anyway, last episode made it very clear that Marin is the literal perfection waifu, so I'm kind of looking forward to see what she does in this episode, and maybe also looking forward to what they do at the animation budget, because they used it very, very well in the previous episode. So, yeah, that's probably enough of that, so let's jump on in and see exactly how things go. Maybe we'll get I'm sure we'll get the outfit, but at least partially made this episode. So, let's check it out. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, yeah, looks like we got some progress on it. And we got the wig. Oh, it feels like a dream sequence, though. Because of the background and stuff. It might be. Oh, we're gonna go full role-playing? Because that just makes it even better. Considering some of the, cosplay I see you're wearing in the opening. Goshijin-sama? Okay. Oh, wow. Man, she wasn't kidding about getting into character. Oh my god. I mean, if you insist, yeah, dream. I knew that was a dream. But, wouldn't put it past her. I really wouldn't. To really get into character on a deep level. The best kind. One thing was missing was her stepping on you. I think she's judging you. Please don't look at my morning wood. I can't handle the shame. That's one way to start your day. Yeah, look at some of those outfits. Good stuff. Good stuff. It was funny though, because yeah, his name Gojo, you know, Go also start of Gochuji and Sama, master, so that worked pretty well. I mean, it worked well in Japanese, not so much in English, as is often the case. I wonder if we'll be able to look her in the eye the next time he sees her, after everything that went down the other day, plus that dream. Yeah, you can see her in a wig there. Some of this is hard to believe it's her, but I guess it is. So can somebody let me know as soon as like figures for this character are available for sale? Then why don't we? It's a good question. That's like that's a fine way to start the morning. So we are bringing that up. Ah, that's her name. I mean, something like that. She's a cosplayer. Well then, I mean, you wish you could. Everyone wishes they could, let's be honest. But I think Gojo-kun has the best chance. Yeah, that's gonna get people's attention. Her greeting this guy. That dream. That dream, though. I honestly don't blame him for having the kind of dream after the day he had. Looks cute. The awkwardness. You know, cosplay stuff. Oh, I still love her hair. Noah is her name. Okay, I'll try to remember that. And he is tall. And what do you do when you're suddenly surrounded by cute girls in a somewhat enclosed area, like a hallway? I mean, they seem friendly enough, surprisingly. I'm not bothering you, right? Yeah, that's... The show is just so different than I thought it would be. Yeah, definitely interesting. Somebody is going to bring that up. They did seem pretty close, didn't they, with like the pressing of the shoulders together and stuff. I definitely understand why they might think that. She does remind me of Nagatoro sometimes, in some of her like mannerisms and stuff. Obviously not in the bullying sense. Because she's a nice girl. And when you gotta go, you gotta go. Why are you avoiding me? Mine is the best. Oh god, she found you! I knew you couldn't hide forever. She knew you had to come here eventually. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Materials for the outfit. People looking, though. Don't say that. I mean, I get it. This is a big change in his life. It's gonna take a little bit. So it's not gonna be too harsh on him, but it is frustrating to watch. I'm waiting for her to... I was about to say, I'm waiting for her to appear behind him. She was beside him. That was so well done. Yeah, really hard not to pick up on that. Yeah, if you got a problem, you could tell her. She's a very straightforward person, so I don't think she cares about that really. No one else really seemed to care too much. Yeah, I mean, I went to your house. Stripped for you. What more do you gotta do to be friends with a person? Wow, man, she really does. I mean, she's obviously messing with you, but man, she pulled him so hard he lost his face. We're going shopping, right? Yeah. Try to keep up, man. Even I remember that. And I'm like a goldfish when it comes to memory. I mean, I guess people tend to get sort of cosplay at Halloween. If I thought of it as cosplay, though. This guy, this guy definitely is dedicated. Like notes and everything all around. Color contact lens. Wow, that is long. Nothing like a long string of katakana to scare me. Poofy skirt, best skirt. Make the silver just like the collar. I'm sure it is. VK? Not quite sure what that is. Just the name makes me laugh every time I hear it. Really is a great outfit the more I look at it. It's really starting to grow on me. Literally. You got cash on your money? Why did you have to translate it like that? Mama went to the pink. Yeah, we gotta get this done, man. So yeah, we got that problem taken care of, so now we just gotta pick out the supplies and everything. Whatever works best. Hey, found a rose. I'm kind of waiting for us to bump into somebody from school. I feel like that's coming soon. Is that a, oh, Ikebukuro? I'm sure. Our normie protagonist here, I'm sure. Wow, there's a lot of wigs that look slightly different from each other. Like slightly different color. Like just slightly different shades of green and stuff. Gonna buy a wig for yourself? That'd be funny. It's like, I like this purple one with the curls. It makes me look cute. Is it? I think I really did pay attention to that arrow guy. Well, she didn't like study it like you did. Yeah, that way we can cut if we need to. I've never seen cosplay being taken so seriously in an anime before. Like getting all the little details down in the construction of it. He almost had to because he just like bolted. Good thing we have Gojo here. That's the thing, it's hard to call them by their given name when they keep being called by their family names. Like, that always throws me off. Does anybody call him Wakana aside from maybe the grandpa? Not to mention Gojo's easier to say. Oh. I see. They have to like transition to it already zoomed in. I almost felt like a bolt through my heart as I saw it. Well, yes, you are a cosplay assistant, so you gotta be here. Just don't make eye contact. Yeah, there's a lot of girls around. I definitely understand that. Just close your eyes and imagine you're. God. Yeah. I'd say it looks pretty good. Some service. I don't think we should go any sexier than that. We might break something, break someone. Please don't yell in this place. It definitely was delicious. Look at that phrasing. It's going very slowly. Man, if I was drinking something, I would have spit it out right there. That was good. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on the other scene. I can't stop thinking about it. Naturally. One of those Twitter cosplayers. That is pretty good. I like the background matching with the theme. Maho Shoujo. Oh, she even has bunny ear as well. Zero following. Nobody's worthy. What if there's gonna be somebody we know? Probably someone, someone at school. Or a short high schooler. Flower Princess Blaze. Ironic, it actually was a arrow get focused on black hair girls. I don't remember what it was called. Like every girl was supposed to have black hair. I think you are the most beautiful. What a sad kid. How do you imagine there's a time where you were short? But now I realize that true beauty is cosplayers. It also exists for anime girls. Gotcha. He's such a serious person. Our boy has very high standards. I'm not saying that they look bad, they're just not to the standard of my dolls. It's basically what he was trying to say. uh, walking while eating. Yeah, that alone is probably a nice feeling. He played it all right. I mean, she also paid him back a little bit in the changing room, so. Indirect kiss. Are we ready for that? Just shove it in his mouth. I don't think he thought that. Or maybe he did. Oh damn. I don't believe you. You did not have a no poker face. But I mean, again, he's trying to make a perfectly fitting outfit for her, so can't ever gain weight or anything. Good question. Tomorrow? Okay. That's not a lot of time, but... Okay, Marin, see you later. So how was your first date? Yeah, I had a feeling he wouldn't think that was a whole lot of time. Why does the episode have to be over, though? That's my question. But yeah, I mean, recommending games to people and getting them to play it. It doesn't go well at the best of times. But I imagine recommending Arrowgate to somebody is even more difficult. Because it's a fairly niche hobby, for one thing. But there are definitely a lot of good ones out there. Bum, 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 bum. Does this belong to your girlfriend? I didn't know he had a girlfriend, but okay. Well, that was the third episode of My Dress Up Darling. And yeah, this episode, the first thing we really had was the dream sequence, right? Because our boy, you know, he had a very simulated experience because he had the wonderful Marin come over to his place, undress, and he got pretty up close and personal with all the measuring, which is an experience he's never had before, for sure. And he had it with someone as wonderful, literally perfect as Marin. So that sort of thing can have a very strong effect on your mind on a surface level, on a deep conscious level, on every level, really. So the fact that he dreamed about it really is like not even remotely a surprise. So yeah, that led to an interesting wake up, and kind of worried his doll was judging him in the distance. But you know, it happens to the best of us. No need to feel bad about it. But it did make things a little bit awkward, though, when he finally did meet Marin again. Because I was already thinking things would be a little bit awkward because of everything that went down with the measuring. But when you add on that kind of dream on top of everything, and you add on to the the kind of person Gojo is, it makes sense that he might avoid her a little bit. But yeah, on Marin's side of things, she did not mind at all. She walked up to him, talked to him like they've always been friends, and not worrying about it at all. Even though Gojo was very much worrying about it. Not only was there the whole awkwardness factor I already talked about, but also, you know, he's not exactly high up on the popularity, on the hierarchy, whatever you want to call that. So, you know, somebody who is like Marin, you know, he kind of worries he might bring her back or bring her down. You know, it's a fair concern, but I don't think the sort of thing she cares about at all. And I kind of I was actually kind of expecting something like that. Like, you know, why is she hanging out with a loser like Gojo? I was kind of expecting something along those lines, but I don't think it really got any of that, really. Unless I missed it or failed to read between the lines, but, you know, everyone seemed cool enough, right? Because she had, like, at least 3 of her friends show up, you know? And they were just kind of curious what the deal between her and Gojo was, but, you know. Also, the one girl was saying something like, you know, you bothering him, right? Right? Because obviously he looked a little bit uncomfortable because of everything, but... It's like, nah, we're best friends. What are you saying? You know, he doesn't feel awkward or anything around me. I'm not bothering him. So, and then we had our epic chase where he kept trying to avoid her and she kept trying to track him down. The scene where she just like yells in the middle of the empty gym. You know, she yells out loud so he can hear her no matter where he is in the gym. That was, I like that scene. Just, I don't know. Something about Marin, she just has a very special charm to her that keeps just like working its way into my being more and more the more I watch her do anything really. Like, I really can't imagine there being any girl this entire season, this entire year that's going to match Marin in terms of waifu material. I can't imagine it. She's just the best. Her character design is literally perfect. She even has those gorgeous red eyes. You know, she has a very cute, fun personality. She's not like mean at all. I mean, she teases him like a little bit, you know, like with the, you know, when he was like, people are going to think we're going out. And she's like, oh, well, why don't we then? You know, whatever she said, like a little bit of light teasing like that. Not like Nagatoro teasing. That's a very, very different thing. Right. But yeah, she's just very nice, friendly. She likes to cosplay. She's really into, you know, anime, eroge, all this stuff, and likes to talk about it and stuff. Like, you really can't find a girl better than this. Like, I don't think you could even construct in a work of fiction a better girl than this. Like, even if you had all the time in the world to do so, you could try. I don't think you'd succeed. But that's my opinion on it. Just, yeah, that shot where he's like hiding from her near the, you know, outside, all squatted and stuff, and they just like, you know, I want to go back to the scene. How exactly was it handled? Yeah, because we had the camera zoomed on the side of his face, right? You know, and I was expecting her to come from behind him, but he, like, you know, goes backwards like that, revealing that she, you know, she was already there. She's like, you know, blurry in the background. We see one of her beautiful eyes. I thought that was great. I thought that was great. And then we got to the shopping trip he tried to avoid, but he couldn't avoid it. You know, last episode was all about those the measurements, making sure we get the size down, and also a little bit at the end of actually studying the material itself. And this episode was about actually getting the materials, right? So I do like how we're really like going into depth on the process of making the outfit. And yeah, no corners cut. Like, he drew all this stuff on the paper. He wrote individual notes, like, you know, roses should be red. No kidding. Should we go for a deeper, our more vibrant color? Anyway, a lot of notes, right? Making sure we get it. Also, the sentence here, I might be able to find them at VK shops. What does VK mean? When I hear V, I think of like V-neck. When I hear K, I think of like faction group or whatever. All that doesn't make sense to me, so if you can clarify what exactly that means, feel free to do so. But yeah, it is great how he's more knowledgeable about the cosplay and stuff than even she is, because he was just that focused on it, trying to nail every little detail to make sure he can do it to the best of his ability. I got a lot of respect for Gojo because of that. No, he's not exactly a corner cutter. And man, the place had so many wigs. The place had so many wigs. Also, we had the change in scene where she slightly opens her curtain to give him a little bit of service, showing some of that very sexy underwear. That, yeah, obviously it's the kind of thing is it Shizuku or Shizuka? I keep forgetting. But yeah, the kind of thing she would wear, for sure. And then he just yells out loud. Freaking Gojo. But yeah, that's what I mean by like a little bit of teasing, you know, she does here and there. It's not like mean-spirited or malice teasing, it's just, you know, lighthearted teasing, which is just cute. But yeah, this scene here I wanted to go back to. How far did you get in Slippery Girls? Which, just that sentence. I haven't gotten very far at all. What part do you want? The part where he's up in front of the whole school. When I read this line, what I thought was going to come next was something like he fell on top of a girl, then accidentally grabbed a boob or whatever, you know? Because that's a fairly common thing, and it also happened in the most recent visual novel I read, Sorceress Alive. So that came to my mind as what was probably going to come up next, but that's not what came up next. It's at the morning assembly and couldn't stop ejaculating. I really want more context for that. Like, what exactly happened? I mean, like, that left me with so many questions. I just love the random girl, though, that just, like, spit out after she heard that. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, just, you hear that sort of thing next to you walking by from a high schooler, no less. And I don't know, that was just great. I panicked too, he just wouldn't stop. She says this with this big old smile on her face and all that, walking down the street. That kind of killed me. Like, what's even up with his body? All these looks of just horrifying looks on these people. That kind of, I think it teared up a little bit from that scene. That was just so good. It was so short, but it was very effective in what it was trying to do. So yeah, I just have one more context. Was he just like fapping in front of the school because he just didn't care? Was he given some kind of drug that just caused it to happen? I want more context for that. It's a shame it's not a real game. Otherwise, I would just go download it from DL site or whatever and check it out. Because I would totally play this. Like, if it was a real thing, trust me, I would. So, unfortunately, it is not though. But yeah, we also looked at social media and stuff, and people posting their pictures. And the one girl she was talking about, I'm sure Juju is going to turn out to be one of our people at school. I assume it's the girl with the twin tails that's red and black. Especially because they comment on her being short. Like, she's a middle schooler, maybe even elementary schooler, when I'm pretty sure she's just a short high schooler. Right? With her 51,000 followers. Right? So, I'm almost positive it's going to be that girl. What was her name? Noah? Or was that a different girl? I think that was Noah. But, and then we got to learn about his high standards when it comes to beauty. You know, it takes a lot, because he saw those dolls, which apparently in his eyes are the peak of beauty, and anything else is just you know, not as good. Right? We'll see, you know, how his opinions change going forward, if at all. But the guy is definitely very serious, you know. I would also see how that, if that changes at all going forward. Because these two are very different people, right? So we'll see how much he rubs off on him. Even denied the indirect kiss. Denied, you know, like letting her treat him like he didn't seem to like that much either. Right? Also, we found out that the event to show off the cosplay is in 2 weeks, and not a whole lot of time, especially if he hasn't, like, really gotten started on it just yet. Because we just got supplies today, so there's got to be a whole lot of work left to do, so... And he hasn't really done this sort of thing before. He's only, like, worked on dolls' clothes, so... 2 weeks is, that's going to be a bit tight. Definitely, so... I wish him the best of luck. But... yeah, another really good episode. Mazen, I just keep loving more and more. Like, she really can't get any better than this. Anytime she's on screen, no matter what she's saying, no matter what she's doing, it's like it's furthering my love of her. Like, it's like a watering the plant, basically. Like, watching the episode is like a constant drip of water on my Mazen plant of my heart. That didn't make a whole lot of sense, but I hope you get what I mean. But, yeah, that's all I really got to say, so I'm going to end it off here. If you enjoyed the video, I'm sure you know what to do, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.